Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with the local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross along with David Alvarez, who is on camera today, coming to you live from Harry and David Field in the Lithia and Driveway Field complex. We thank you for joining us for this ball game between Sheldon Irish coming down from Eugene and the South Medford Panthers. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the day. It's presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. We're pleased that you are joining us for this game on TableRockSports.net. We'd like to say welcome to the home fans and whatever fans around the state, around the country. I should say around the world, because every now and then I find out somebody over in Europe is listening to us. For joining us for today's broadcast. We do have sponsors, and they are the ones that keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know that you appreciate their support. You can also help Table Rock Sports out by subscribing to our YouTube channel. 3,300 of you have already done that, and we say thank you for that. We'll be back with the Peaks Rewards pregame show and Coach's Corner right after this. It's brought to you by the Peak Rewards app, where you can save on gas and goodies. You are listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day here on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all. Not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the Peak Rewards app pregame show. As we'll talk a little bit about both of these teams, the Sheldon Irish come into this ball game with a 7-4 record in conference play, 9-7 overall. South Medford is 5-7 in conference play, 10-8 overall. Sheldon, well, let's put it this way. For South Medford, just a brief talk with the coaches there before the game. This is an important series right here, and they really probably need realistically to win both of them. But definitely the Panthers need to win one to stay in the hunt for a playoff spot. They're really not in danger, maybe of falling out statewide, as they're ranked number 20 right now. But you start to get to where, unfortunately, if you lose two today, it would drop you in the rankings. Then you start to get to where you depend on other teams around you to help you out, and you're not so sure necessarily that you're going to get that kind of help. So you do have to worry about that a little bit at this point in the season. A split would certainly help the cause. Winning 2 would be even better for the Panthers as they take the field. And we're getting very close to beginning this ball game. It looks like we're going to skip the national anthem, and so we will switch out here and put the scoreboard up for you. And we'll give me a second. You can watch me work on the scoreboard right here at this. While I try to pull it down and give my camera guy all the space he can have. But so it looks like that's what's going to happen is we're not going to have any national anthem like I thought maybe we were. So we'll just tell you this has been the Peak Rewards pregame show. You can use the Peak Rewards app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides. Choose your favorite items, set a time, and pick up a great dinner ready to serve. On the way home, they fooled me. They are going to have a national anthem, so we'll take a timeout on this Lithia Superstore broadcast on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Stay tuned between innings ahead on the Medford Parks and Recreation Report. We'll have updates on other spring activities going on. You can visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide, all the sports leagues, classes, and special events that await you. Visit Medford or playmedford.com to learn more. All right. Let's run through the starting lineup here for you. Why is it broadcasters always need more space? Leading off for Sheldon is going to be Cam Thomas. He is the shortstop. Batting second, Jose Leon. He is playing third base. The pitcher is Evan Calling. He'll bat third. Batting cleanup is Asher Olson, the catcher. Batting number 5, center fielder Jackson Detzler. Batting number 6, Parker Edwards. He plays first base. Batting 7th out in left field is Chase Calling. Yes, he and Evan would be brothers. Around in right field is Eli Wallace. He'll bat 8th. Evan batting 9th. Second baseman Wyatt Michael stepping in. Cam Thomas, and he'll take ball 1. Out on the mound for South Medford, and there's strike 1, is Tristan Malari. You normally find him out there patrolling in the outfield, but today out on the mound. There's a foul ball. And Thomas is in the hole. 1-2. Bit of a great day out here in the Rogue Valley today. And that's ball 2. They're starting this ball game much later than they thought. They're going to start at noon, and then they pushed it back to 1, then they pushed it back to 2, all in the hopes of avoiding rain, which is supposed to be leaving the valley. There's ball 3. Well, we'll see. You can never tell about these things out here in southern Oregon. A lot of gray clouds, so I'm not so sure. There's a swing and a miss, and there is one away as Thomas strikes out.
Number 7, Jose Leon.
That brings up Jose Leon, the third baseman for Sheldon. In an effort to see how many devices we can get going. How can there be 2 outs? There's only 1 out. There we go. Strike 1 on Leon. That's going to be foul. Strike 2. Let me see what I can find here. An 0-2 count as the lefty sends that one there. Painter diving. He can't get it. It'll go out into center field where Levens will grab it. Standing down at first base with a single is Leon.
For Sheldon, Evan Colling.
That brings up Evan Collins. Calling, actually. He's the pitcher. He'll foul one off immediately from Malari to go 0-1. There's a throw over, but nothing going there. Foul ball. Foul ball. Oh, they thought they had that one. But not so much, man. That went right over the third baseman McQuillan's head. And Sheldon thought maybe they had one, but it hooked foul right at the last moment. Otherwise, that was going straight down the line. I don't think Lewis would have ever caught up with it. Well, are you ready to go? Nope, he's going to fire over to first. Calling will step back in. As I say, Malari's a lefty. That'll foul. We'll stay at 0-2. Over across town, just because it has to do with the conference title potentially, we'll just make note that North Medford lost game number 1 to Roseburg, 1-0. As those two fight for supremacy right now in the conference. And without looking everything up, I believe that win for the moment, as they get ready to play the second game, puts Roseburg in first place. Well, Roseburg was in first place when they came into the game by like half a game or something like that. So they'll retain their position for the moment as Calling fouls another one off. And of course, now if North Medford comes back to win the second game, they're still going to be a half game behind, and will also have lost the 3-game series 2-1 to Roseburg, as Roseburg defeated them earlier in the season. There's a shot. Up. That one's not going to be handled by McQuillan. Grabbing it out of the air is Love, but everybody's going to be safe. I would think that would go down as a hit.
Asher Olson.
Oh, they're going to be tough today. It goes down as an error. Now, the guest doesn't get the error. The home team gets the error. Well, I don't need to run the scoreboard from here, right? Just be cool. That's what I'm saying. One away. Now the cleanup hitter, Asher Olson, the catcher, is at the plate. He'll look at ball one. Malari's already got a lot of pitches, 14. And we've only got a third of an inning in the books for Mr. Malari. There's a strike. Obviously, with the clouds here, it's a cool day, which probably is good for the players. I don't think it's so great for the fans, but the players are loving this instead of playing in 85-degree weather, which is what's forecast for next weekend. So they're probably enjoying this for a moment. There's a swing and a miss. And we'll go 1-2. So far, not a quick moving ball game. Both sides taking their times and get ready. Laurie pitches, swing, and a miss. There's 2 outs.
Number 3, Asher Olson.
Now let's go with number 10, Jackson Detzler at the plate. But 2 on now, 2 away. And the left-handed hitting Detzler, who is playing center field for the Irish. He'll pop it up. Shortstop says he's got it, and he does as Love catches that one, and that'll take us to the end of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of 1 at the end of 1. There is no score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
So, welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day. Is doing a little bookwork here. That probably doesn't make much difference. And we'll have this done in just a moment. So we'll see here to start things for South Medford. McQuillan, Easton Douglas will be the leadoff batter for South Medford this afternoon, followed by Keegan Painter and Owen Levens. As they continue to warm up out there. Check out the new Sports Voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9. It's also streaming live at the acesportsradio.com. It features the VEASAN Network, The Rich Eisen Show, And a lot of weekday local show. Tee It Up Southern Oregon with Joe Brett. That's all on the Ace Sports Radio. So Douglas, who bats left, steps in to lead things off. And he looks at first two are a ball. The 2-0, strike one. Colling is a right-handed pitcher, as you can see out there on the mound. And there's a shot that's going to get down. And going to be at first base is going to be Douglas with the leadoff single.
Number 13, Keegan Painter.
That brings up Painter. Look down there and get the signs from the third base coach. Watched a couple of South Medford games. They like to play small ball. There's strike one. Meaning that this is a situation where they're quite willing to bunt. Now, even though they're not really playing for one run. I mean, it's a little early to just be playing for one run, but there's a throw over, but not in time. But that doesn't seem to make any difference. They're a bunting team, so we'll see with all those signals if they also like to steal. That's outside. 1-1. I find it interesting in looking at the state stats on the OSAA today. You can find that on the OSAA website. Evan there, Douglas, safe again. But you can find that on the OSAA website. But as they list all the state leaders for home runs, strikeouts, et cetera, there's nobody from the Southwest Conference that's listed on there. And that's not because they're not don't have good players. They have a lot of players that are going on to play at college. A lot of them at the community college level. That's lifted out to right field. That's going to find. As Wallace can't get to it, that's going to go all the way to the wall. Coming around third base, steaming for home is Evan. He's in and inside the park. Home run by Painter, and it's 2-0. Now let's see if they're going to call that an error. I would call it a home run because Wallace dove for it and he never touched it. Let's see if everybody's in agreement on what just happened. On the scoreboard, it's an error. On Game Changer, they don't tell me. So I'm not sure how Game Changer is viewing that. There's a lot of yelling about, now what? Sheldon is, they were trying to say the player missed the plate, but Painter missed the plate, but the umpires agree, not so. So it stays 2-0, but I think that goes down as a hit, not an error. And there's strike one. As we get back to action, 0-11. Levens is at the plate. Levens swings and misses. 0-2. That one's popped straight up. First base way. Edwards under it. And has it. There's one away.
For the Panthers, number 10, Evan Roden.
So Evan Roden comes to the plate. That one's going to be way out of play. They should still not charge Sheldon with an error. Otherwise, they charged it as a hit. There's a strike 2. So I'll go with a hit. There's 2 hits and 1 error so far on South Medford. That one misses. And the bases are clear, no matter what I say on my scoreboard. It's outside. A swing and a miss into the catcher's glove. And we have 2 away.
Number 11, Brady McQuillan.
Brady McQuillan sends one out to first base, right over to Colling. Handling that was Edwards, and there's 3 away. We head now to the top of number 2. As we do, it's South Medford 2, Sheldon nothing. Here on the John L. Scott scoreboard, offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night. Well, it's actually the day. It's powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Here on TableRockSports.net. 2-0 lead. We're having some discussion about whether the South Medford really deserved, or Sheldon deserved an error there, and I don't think they did. I mean, they got by the right fielder, but still, not so much an error there, just not good fielding. That's all there was. But so we're ready to go at it now. Malari
Number 22
will be there.
Edwards.
And that'll bring up Parker Edwards to get things started here for Sheldon, the first baseman. There's strike 1. Malari with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. So he's throwing very well. Now that one's going to just miss. Before that pitch, he had thrown 20. 16 of them were strikes. There's a swing and a miss. And we're at 1-2. Faced 5 batters in the first inning. Teammates didn't help him out there, though, a little bit. That one's going to go foul. That's one of the things that one of the coaches I was talking to today was like, really, that's really what needs to happen for South Medford baseball team. They just need to clean things up a little bit. They're perfectly capable of winning. That's going to be launched out to right field, but way out of play. And at the games I've watched, that would be true. They played really good ball. They split with North Medford, of course, and then lost to Roseburg. That one's way outside. 2-2. But they didn't play badly in either game and didn't really get, too beat up. They were in them. They could have won all of those, all 3 of those, as opposed to going 1-2. So, they're right there. They're right there, but they could pull off a couple of wins today. South could. Perfectly capable of that. That one goes inside, driving the count to 3-2. And really, that's, I think, South Medford's hope today is that they win a couple. That one's straight up. Who's going to take it? Love will grab it. And there's one away.
For the average number 4, Chase Calling.
Chase Collins at the plate. Calling. Let me see if I got this right. Calling is the way it was written. There's strike 1 on the, and that's the way it's written officially. Calling. That's out of play. 0-2. They'll try to get another one in tonight. We will not have that on Table Rock Sports, but they will be trying to get the second one in tonight. And that one's up high. 1-2. It's kind of important that they get them in if they can. Inside, 2-2. So Calling has the count even now against Malari. There's not much space on the calendar to make up for rainouts. That one's popped up, going out to right field. Getting under it is Mitchell, and there's 2 away. Although speaking of rainouts, that's one thing we haven't had to put up with much here at all. Eli Wallace, the right fielder for Sheldon. 2 away. A pop up to the shortstop, right behind the second base bag. There's strike 1. Fly out to right field, and it's 2 quick ones in the books for South Medford. Swing and a miss. Go 0-2 quickly. And Wallace in the hole. Ball 1. And that's it. We head to the bottom of the third. As we do, it remains 2-0 in favor of South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard in Medford, Ashland, and
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
it takes meticulous planning. Continuous monitoring. And forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey invite you to learn how you can save thousands on solar panels installation for your home. Visit Solar Pros Facebook page to learn more. Go to Solar Pros PNW. 2-0 ball game here as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
For the Panthers, number 8, Tristan Malari.
Tristan Malari, the pitcher of record, will lead things off. He's having a good game on the mound, that's for sure. 3 strikeouts through 2 innings. He's faced 2 over the minimum so far. Calling out on the mound. That would be Evan Calling. Ready to go. And Malari will look at ball 1. And ball 2. So far, Calling hasn't, with the first 2 pitches, been close to the strike zone. There's a strike. Malari wasn't offering at it at all, though. Gonna make him throw one. That's laced out to left field. That's going to get by the left fielder, Chase Calling. Going around to second base is going to be Malari. He'll be there, stand up double to lead things off for Malari. That bounced right in front of Calling, Chase Calling, and he couldn't handle it, and it got by him. Jake Lewis. We'll see if he can't get Mr. Malari home, or at least over to third base. Now look at ball 1. Look at what Calling is doing. Evan Calling out there on the mound. He's doing okay, too. He's not faced too many batters, and he's pitching, got 16 strikes out of 20 pitches. That one's fouled away. We'll go 1-1. The way these pitchers are doing it right now for both squads, may not get too many more runs. Lewis, no. They're going to chase Malari back to the second base. There's the bunt. Calling is going to pick it up. He's only going to go to first. Malari is going to get down to third base.
The Panthers, number 7, Cooper Mitchell.
Cooper Mitchell steps to the plate for the Panthers. Told you they play a lot of small ball. It's interesting that they do that so early in the game. Most teams reserve that, in high school it'd be the 5th, 6th, 7th innings. But South Medford plays small ball starting right from the beginning of the game. Interesting strategy. There's one drilled out to short. That's going to get the run home. And Mitchell gets it done. Thomas handles it easily. But the run scores anyway. And there's one away.
12, Brad Love.
2 away. No, 1 away. Let me see. I might be 2 away. I'm behind on my scoreboard. 2 away. And that's going to get past Leon. Leon over at third base. And standing down at first base is Brad Love with 2 outs. 1 already in. Now we're going to have to see. That should probably be a hit also. Here's Douglas back into the top of the lineup. He looks at ball 1, and Douglas had the leadoff hit in the ball game. He came around to score. Has a 1-0 count right now, though. Safe is Love. Douglas came around to score on that inside the park home run. That's outside. 2-0. Again, you saw Douglas batting from the left side, lining up a bunt, but not doing it this time. That one's going foul. And again, it's interesting that South Medford does this with 2 out. That has great confidence in the team's bunting skills. And see, though, with a 2-1 count if they leave the bunt on. Evan Calling out on the mound, ready. No, we're going to go outside. 3-1. Now, I'd imagine you make Mr. Calling throw one. Even with 2 outs, just make him pitch. Outside. It's a walk. That's why you sometimes make him pitch.
Number 13, Keegan Painter.
Oh, Painter steps in there. He's also 1 for 1. He's the one that had the inside the park home run when we got by Wallace out in left or right field. And Wallace ended up on the ground, and by the time he chased it down, it was too late. Everybody was around, Painter included. And here, Painter will take strike 1 to start things off. He has the 2 of the 3 RBIs already. Let's see if he can make contact again. Love out at second base, bouncing around, Calling, not wanting to throw either direction. So Painter steps out. Now back in. That's upstairs. 1-1. Sheldon not really playing defensively to hold anybody on. Edwards is behind Douglas, the runner. That misses. 2-1. And out at shortstop, Thomas, and at second base, Michaels, really not trying to hold Love on very much either. So, in fact, there goes Michaels dancing away from the bag. That's sent out to right field. Wallace is going to have a long run. That's going to go fair ball into the corner. Here comes 1 run as Love scores. And standing out at second base is going to be Painter with an RBI double.
Number 3, Owen Levens.
Owen Levens to the plate. Mr. Painter with 3 RBI. in the first 2 innings, his first 2 at-bats. 0-11. He's 0 for 1. He'll look at ball 1. That's up. Edwards underneath it and has it to end the inning. To the top of 3. But as we go to the top of 3, I need to hit the wrong button somewhere. But it's now South Medford 4, Sheldon nothing on the John L. Scott scoreboard in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbeys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now.
Before or after the game, it is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite beverage. Drink one for Dane Day. It's expired. No, it's coming up in May. We just got here. They have so far over $2.5 million have been raised for the Muscular Dystrophy Association in 18 years by Dutch Brothers and the customers who support them. So as you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error for South Medford. Sheldon, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Thomas sends that out to right field, and chasing it down is Mitchell, way out there.
Number 2, Cam Thomas.
Oh, Cam Thomas. See what he can get done with for Sheldon. He's their leadoff batter. He's been up there twice. Still has no hit, struck out once. Hey, a look at ball 1 from Malari. That's outside. 1-1. Two and one. So South Medford with a couple of good innings to start the ball game here, with 4 on the board. And if I fell behind, I apologize if that's a walk. Leone, who has the only hit for the Irish, is at the plate. He had a single. He'll take ball 1. Throw over, but Getting back easily is Michaels. Nope. Leon. We'll look at ball 2. Thomas is over it. Well, Game Changer fell way behind. The umpire telling the South Medford dugout something. Wasn't too impressed by something they did. So Thomas takes his lead over there after walking. There's strike 1. This is sent out to right field, but that's going to go foul. And misses. 3-1. Sorry, they say the scoreboard says it's 3-2. It is 3-2. There's strike 3.
Number 33, Evan Colling.
This brings up Evan Colling. Still out there at first is Thomas. There goes Thomas. Down to second. He's in. That leaves Colling, the pitcher, Evan Colling, with a 1-0 count on him. 2 away. Now they have Thomas down at second. There's a foul ball right back to the dugout. 1-1. Laurie steps off. We'll reset. Swing. Gonna miss. Gonna fire to third. No, he's there. Thomas is in. It's a 1-2 count. There was a strike, but Douglas couldn't get it down to third. Thomas steals third base. Stands down there now with 2 out. That's out of play. We'll keep it at 1-2. Sheldon looking to get on the board. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the inning. We head to the bottom of 3. As we do, it's still a 4-0 ball game in favor of South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene.
With expert advice and an amazing selection of flooring, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floors.
Whoa.
That, my friend, was the One Effect.
Can she go?
Experience the One Effect at the Power of Savings Floor event for up to 50% off or 0 interest for 18 months. Only at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at PlayMedford.com. If we can get the internet here in this park to work, which is debatable, we would talk about other things besides baseball.
The Panthers, number 10,
but considering
Roden.
the internet doesn't want to give us anything, we may find ourselves with little to nothing to discuss. Evan Roden steps in. And he'll foul the first pitch as we begin the bottom of 3. South Medford out on top, 4-0. That one's fouled away. So Mr. Alvarez and I were just discussing the 2 runs every inning so far. Can South Medford keep it up? We're cheering for 2 in this inning. There's a little bouncer out to Colling. He'll get it over to Edwards, and there will be 1 away. I don't think how much we root for anything will have anything to do with anything either, by the way. First baseman Roden comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Almost everybody on both teams is 0 for 1. Throw a ball out of play. Has to be pretty bad if you throw a ball out of play at high school level. They tend to use those things until they're no good at all. There's ball 1. McQuillan, the third baseman up there, with 1 away. Strike 1. Calling, looking, and delivering. That's fouled away. 1-2. So 1-2, strike 3. They're going to have to throw it down, and they do. Olson picks it up and gets it to Edwards, who steps on the bag.
The Panthers,
There's 2 away.
Preston Malari.
Strike him out and throw him out play. Malari had a double his last time up. Take it back, he had a single. He'll take strike 1. Painter's the one that had the double. Malari had a single. As he's 1 for 1. He'll go outside. 1-1. Strike 2 on the inside that time. Malari trying to keep this going with 2 outs. Oh, snagged out of the air nicely by Leon.
No runs,
So that'll keep we make it a 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of 4. As we do, it's still 4-zip on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene. It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. We are headed now to the top of inning number 4. South Medford still with a 4-0 lead. Malari pitching very well for South Medford, as through the 3 innings, he's allowed 1 hit, struck out 5, walked 1. So he's having a good time out there on the mound. Also has a hit to help things out.
The Irish, number 3, Asher Olson.
Leading things off for Sheldon will be Asher Olson. He's 0 for 1, as is everybody against Malari today. Oops, we lost our signal. There we are. And, we lost it again. As Olson is now 0-2. We're working feverishly to get it. There it is. Don't touch it. Oh, we're gone again. Oops, someone's up high. 1-2. All right, we keep touching something, bumping something. The next thing you know, we don't have it. There, we're back. Oh. So it's 2-2. Sorry about the distraction, but okay, we got her back. The 2-2 swung on and missed. That'll be the first out.
Number 10,
for
Jackson
Sheldon. Detzler. He's also 0 for 1. And for Malari, I believe that's his, it's his 6th strikeout, if I can get my tongue to cooperate. 6th strikeout of the ball game. But he misses on ball 1 to Detzler. Detzler, a lefty, looks at strike 1. 1-1. That's down low. 2-1. And that'll get down. That'll be grabbed by Levens. And it's another hit.
Number 22, Parker Edwards.
For Sheldon. It's their second of the game. Edwards also is 0 for 1. Detzler over at first base with 1 away now. Let's see if Edwards can do anything. Outside. Well, apparently we're not going to get any further information no matter what I ask for, because the internet over here is just being the internet. That misses. 2-0. You would think that for a ballpark that used to be named U.S. Cellular, you'd have good cellular service over here, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. As Edward steps out and then back in. And misses. 3-0. One thing that South Medford doesn't want to do is help the Irish out. Malari's 3-0 inside. Walk. 2 on, 1 out.
Number 4, Chase Calling.
Chase Calling to the plate. Looking for his first hit. And that will make a trip to the mound for South Medford. I can tell you off the top of my head that the South Medford baseball team has been struggling this season. Usually they're very brilliant in softball, but it's not happening for them this year. And across town, I can tell you that North Medford has lost in baseball the first of a doubleheader to Roseburg, which means now Roseburg moves a little further out in front of North in that race for first place. Softball yesterday, though, North Medford softball team won 2 against Roseburg, which really solidifies them in first place. And that's going to get away from Douglas. Went off of his shin guard. Everybody moves up. Now Detzler's over at third. Edwards stands at second. On the passed ball. Malari. Strike 1. Situation gets a little more dicey here in the top of the 4th for the Panthers. That's out of play. Swing and a miss. That's the second out. And that's a huge strikeout for Malari. Calling down on strikes. Wallace will step in with 2 away. That would be the 7th strikeout for Malari. There's a swing and a miss. Well, he's coming back nicely from a tense situation because with only 1 out, they had everybody down to second and third, everybody in scoring position. Now it's 2 outs, and you have a chance to get out of the inning. No runs scored. Swing and a miss. I think the way the inning was unfolding, South Medford will take it. The 0-2 ready to come from Malari to Wallace. Strike 3. That's going to end the inning. No runs as Wallace strands 2 of them. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's still South Medford by 4 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Jake Lewis is going to lead things off now for the South Medford Panthers. He'll look at ball one from Evan Calling. Today's game is brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill and Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford. That's inside. Ball two. And Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. Not that probably anyone cares, but I ate at Elmer's just this week. Let's see, what's today? Saturday? Thursday it was. There's ball three. Had a good time at Elmer's. Lewis has a 3-0 count. He'll take strike one. There's one out to center field, but circling under it and grabbing it is Detzler. One away.
There's number 7, Cooper Mitchell.
Mitchell. We'll see what he can get done. He's 0 for 1, but he did score an RBI. He scored a run. Or no, he has an RBI, excuse me. You foul that one off. His RBI came on a bunt. Put it down perfectly on the first base side, allowing the runner from third base to score. Now misses 1-1 on that bunt to the way Calling was moving towards the first base bag. He really had no opportunity to turn around and fire it to home. That's right back to Calling, though, on a bounce. He'll flip it over to Edward. And there's 2 away.
Panthers, number 12, Brad Love.
Love, he's 1 for 1. He scored a run. If I remember right, and I'm just going off the top of my head, he was the lead runner on that inside the park home run by Painter. There's a line drive out to left. And Love will be standing down at first base with 2 away. And it'll get us back to the top of the order in Douglas.
For the Panthers, number 6,
As he
Douglas.
sheds his catcher's gear before walking up there. He'll bunt, foul. Like I say, I find it interesting, South Medford's strategy in baseball. They bunt with 2 outs, they'll bunt with 2 strikes. I saw that in one of the games. 2 outs and 2 strikes, they'll bunt. Don't make any difference. They don't care. They want to bunt, they're going to bunt. And I think in the game I saw, they put it down with two strikes and 2 outs, and they got the bunt down. There's strike 1, or strike 2, make it 0-2. Like I say, they have a lot of confidence in their bunting skills. There's the one out to short. Flip it over the short way. Thomas to Michaels. And that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of 5 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. South Medford still leads it by 4. John L. Scott has offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We're back with the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Spring sports action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com. And our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, now with 9 locations nearby to serve you. Oh, 4-0. South Medford holds on. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Kind of been working their way around and holding on to that lead, keeping Sheldon at bay, allowing them only 2 hits. Michaels will lead things off for Sheldon here in the top of 5, and he'll take ball 1 from Malari. The lefty on the mound. Throws ball 2. 76 pitches for Malari. Well, we'll go through ball 2, 77. There's ball 3. Guess what we're saying here is he's approaching the 80 mark, although we are in the 5th. There's ball 4.
Number 2, Cam Thomas.
Thomas, the leadoff hitter, will step in as Michaels now is over at first base with 1 away. Thomas is 0 for 1. He has walked. He looks at strike 1. He's also struck out once today. The 0-1 from Malari is a throw over to first, but Michaels back fairly easily. And that one's out to center field, getting under it is Levens. And there's 1 away.
Number 7, Jose Leon.
Leon, he struck out once. He's got a hit. He's 1 for 2. Looking to do something against Malari. Fouled away. 0-1. That's outside. 1-1. We talk about how there's opportunities are closing down for everybody. There's only like 3 weeks left in a regular season. So maybe 9 games at a maximum. There's a swing and a miss. But most of these teams are down to their final 6 or 7 games. He's going to show me. So it ends what, about 22nd? Is that when? Yeah, so you get South Medford has they're at South Eugene and then at Grants Pass on the next few games. That's going to get through. Here comes Michaels around. Is he going to continue? Nope. They're going to hold him. Although South Medford's going to throw the ball around a little bit out there. And
Number 33,
but the single gets Michaels over to third base. Leon is down at first. Now with one away. First and third for the Irish. Yeah, so the game at Grants Pass is going to be a little tougher. South Eugene is just really struggling this year. They just offensively can't find any offense. As Evan Colling fouls the first pitch away. So hopefully, you know, if you're South Medford, you get a couple here maybe today. Oh, they got a pickoff going. And the run's going to, nope, out. The run will not score. Am I right? Nope, that's only the second out. Bag end. The run scores. I was thinking it was the third out. That's going to go out to left field, backing up, and finally getting under it is Lewis. And that will end the inning. Oh, Sheldon finally gets on the scoreboard. As we head to the bottom of 5, it's now 4-1 in favor of South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They're at Ashland, Medford, Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back. Well, South Salem's number 3 now. So we're looking at the ratings. Yeah, no, I know. North Medford's way up there. And South Medford right now is at number 20, depending on what they do today. The reason that North Medford has fallen to number 7 is because apparently their other game with Roseburg got reported, which is a 1-0 loss by the Black Tornado. So they fall from number 4 to number 3, or to number 7. So a lot going on. Teams moving around a little bit, but as we said, the season ends right around May 21, May 22nd. And that's it. Ooh, a pitch from Colling. Way up inside. Painter at the plate. He has a home run. He has a double. 3 RBIs. Looks at ball 1. Or ball 2. I don't think, don't think there was a strike in anywhere in there. We're 2-0. Painter steps out. And we'll all reset and try it again. That one misses way upstairs. 3-0. So David Alvarez and I were just looking at the South Medford schedule, the remaining. So they have Grants Pass, 2 is South Eugene, 1 with Willamette, and then a couple of non-league games, West Salem and South Salem. And there's a walk. Painter's on the base again. Owen Levens will be at the plate. That South Salem game, which I believe is on the road, would be fun to see. South Salem is currently ranked number 3 in the rankings. As we said, there's a strike. That, as we said, North Medford tumbled from number 4 to number 7, so we'll have to see what happens after that second ball game. All of the Southwest Conference teams in baseball are in the top 32 for going to the playoffs, with the exception of South Eugene. There's a good bunt. He's going to beat it out. No, they got him at the last second. Levens almost beat that one out.
The Panthers, number 10, Evan.
But he got Painter down to second base, which matters more than anything right now. Painter stands down there at second base with 1 away. Roden, who's 0 for 2, struck out once. He'll take ball 1. There's a shot to McQuillan, who will fire over to first. Or not McQuillan, but Leon. Leon handled it, got it over to Edwards. Barely. McQuillan's coming to the plate. But there's 2 away and a conference by the officials. Today's game is brought to you in part by Vista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and use the app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides on the way home and then have them ready to pick up and go. It's Pinnacle 365. Am I allowed to endorse their chicken? It's pretty good chicken, I'll tell you that. Calling way up high on that one. 1-0. Oh, South Medford trying to see what they can do. Nope. 2-0. Calling. Taking a long time. Hey, he steps back towards Painter at second base. But no throw. Mostly because, again, there really isn't anybody at second base. Thomas is playing off. Michaels is playing off. Neither one of them leaning toward. Now Michaels leans towards second. There's a good fielding job by Calling. And Calling will get it to Peters, or to Edwards. And that's going to end the inning. We're headed to the sixth. As we do, it's 4-1. South Medford on top on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Sailor in Southern Oregon, here on TableRockSports.net. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Malari cruising along today. 1 run, 3 hits is all that Tristan Malari has allowed to the Sheldon Irish. Meanwhile, 4 runs and 6 hits for South Medford. They have committed an error, but that error didn't hurt them. That happened back in the first inning, and they didn't allow the run to score, so good for them on that point.
For the Irish, number 3, Asher Olson.
Asher Olson will lead things off. For the Irish, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Malari. Malari enters the inning with 9 strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss. I think Mr. Olson will be thrilled to know that Malari isn't going to throw the second game. That misses outside. He's just had a tough day at the plate against Tristan Malari. That misses. 2-1. Three and 1. And that's not what you want to see if you're South Medford. Imagine sooner or later somebody's going to remind him to throw strikes. Just put it in there. There you go. And McQuillan will handle it and get it over to Roden. And there's 1 away.
Number 10, Jackson Detzler.
Detzler, also 0 for 2 on the day. Malari looking to get out of this inning as is South Medford with no damage done. There's strike one. Inside. 1-1. Valari's getting up there towards 100 pitches. 94 of them. That's lifted up. Painter saying, I've got it. And he does. 2 away.
Number 22, Parker Edwards.
Edwards. See what he can get done. He walked, but he's also 0 for 1. And he takes ball 1. 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Valari's 2-0, strike 1. 2-1. This one's popped up, but that'll be out in right field. Mitchell underneath it, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of 6. South Medford continues to lead. Sheldon on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
We're back here for the bottom of the 6th on the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. And across town, for those of you that might have a nephew or a cousin or whatever might interest you in a North Medford game, they lead this second game 6-3 over Roseburg after 5. And for those of you who have no interest in it, sit down and quit your booing. We are an all-service streaming company today. There's ball 1 from Calling. It's only his 71st or 72nd pitch of the game. There's a strike. You look at the scoreboard and you would think that he's been roughed up a little bit, but he's been very economical. That's out of play. 1-2. That's up. Thomas underneath it. And there's 1 away. I bring that up because of the way the OSAA does days of rest. if you pitch 100 or more pitches, you have to have 4 days of full rest. So, you pitch on Tuesday, you get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe you can come back on Saturday. But as Lewis stands in there and looks at ball one. But if you can get that count down low enough, you can come back in like 3 days. So big stuff here for Calling. He would help his team. There's ball two. Even though they may lose the game, he would help his team out if he could keep his pitch count low. That's up. Calling says he has it. Nope. They finally get it figured out. Michaels has it. Michaels was there. Peters or Edwards was there. Calling was there. They finally decided it was Michaels to handle. 2 away. Mitchell at the plate. And he'll send one right to Michael. Michaels can't handle that one. And Mitchell will be on base. That's interesting because that could be an error. That could be a hit.
Number 12, Brad Love.
Love coming to the plate. They're making it a hit. The 7th hit. That could have went either way. That was a really hard grounder. Not sure Mitchell could have fielded it even if he'd wanted to. So Love up there, 2 away, 1 on. South Medford would love to add another run going into the 7th inning. Back is Mitchell. Although you have to say that home runs aren't in great abundance at this park. It's a really big park for a high school. Check swing. Ball 1. 325 down the right field line, which is fairly short. I can't see the left field line. Excuse me. I can't see the right field one. Is it 325 on a symmetrical ballpark then? But 400 straight out to center field. That's outside. 2-0. Yeah, so, if you can get it right down the line, it's not too bad. You got a good chance, but after that, not so much. 3-0. And right now, Sheldon is seeing exactly what we said they didn't want, which is Calling is using a lot of pitches just to get out of this inning. Inside. Nope, strike 1. I got ahead of the umpire. I should know better. On a 3-0 count, if you get ahead of the umpire, it's an automatic strike. That's the way it works. Do not get ahead. I'm going to have some umpire tell me that's not true. This is out to left field. Chase Calling is under it, and that will end the inning. All right, 7th inning coming up. South Medford's going to try to close this out as they have the lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We're back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on here in Medford. And we can tell you that with the weather starting to warm up, there'll be big tournaments here at the Lithia Driveway Field. Big tournaments. And a lot of softball tournaments are held here.
For the Irish, number 4.
In fact, you'll find this park really busy because in about June, the Medford Rogues start playing, and then you got all the all the softball tournaments going on. So there's strike one. So we have a lot going on just in this field as Chase Calling leads things off for Sheldon. And I'll foul that one off. And of course, before the game ends, I should also tell you that the Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to check out the Rogue X Aquatics and Events Center. Check out what is available at roguexmedford.com. And Calling sends that one out to center field. Levens gets under it, and there's one away.
Number 17.
So go to
Wallace.
play roguexmedford.com. There you're going to find out about open swim and open gym sessions and all the great activities happening at the Rogue X. And I bring that up because after school is out here in June, they'll start having big volleyball tournaments over there, and there's strike one. And I understand they will probably even have, that would be to Wallace, by the way, who is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. That one gets away, and it's 2-0. No, it's 1-1. That's inside. Should be 2-1. The umpire hasn't corrected anything yet, so we'll see. There it is, 3-1. Now he's going to fix it. 3-1. Malari's 3-1 has popped up. And finally, they're going to have Mitchell catch it for the second out.
15, Wyatt Michaels.
Two away. Michaels will step up. And he'll take ball one. Swing and a miss. That's 1-1. Outside. 2-1. Malari looking to close this out. But not that way. 3-1. There's a swing and a miss. So we come down to the end. Unless Michaels finds a way to get on base, Malari fouled away. We'll do it again. Ball four. Sheldon is still alive.
Number 2, Cam Thomas.
Thomas, 0 for 2. He struck out twice, walked once. And there will be a pitching change. You can see it coming right now. They got the glove out. So, they're going to make a quick change. We're going to take a quick break here on TableRockSports.net.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. And it's being sponsored by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon and TableRockSports.net. They're announcing the pitching change as Lewis comes in from left field to take over and try and get the final out here. Tristan Malari, who pitched a wonderful game, is out in left field. So Lewis, we'll see if he can't close things down. Has a 3-run lead, 2 outs, and there is one on, as Michaels is over at first base following the walk. Cam Thomas comes back to the plate. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, walked once in his 3 times at the plate, although walk doesn't count as a time at the plate, but
Cam Thomas.
Let's see. Lewis, as a right-hander, we'll see if he can get this final out. There's strike 1. Lewis is ready. Swing and a miss. And that will permit Michaels to get down to second base. As on that miss, I got past Douglas. But an 0-2 count. Lewis looking for the final strike. There it is. Oh, there's a bouncer. Out to short. Safe at first. Love picked it up but couldn't get it over to first on time. And advancing down to third base is Michaels. How to bring up Leon. Leon is 2 for 3 today. Struck out in the other at-bat. That's out of play. 0-1. Strike 2 call. One more time, we're down to a final strike. Lewis looking to end it right here. And will not. Hit to McQuillan. Fire over to first. Got him. And that will be the ball game. It's a final here at Harry and David Field as South takes this one, game one, 4-1 over Sheldon. In game number one, they will now take a little time off and get ready for game number two. Stay with us for the Know Your Role post-game show, which comes your way next. You can visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We'll be back to take a quick look at this ball game and what that maybe means right after this on TableRockSports.net.
With expert advice and an amazing selection of flooring, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floors.
Whoa.
That, my friend, was the One Effect.
Can she go?
Experience the One Effect at the Power of Savings Floor event for up to 50% off or 0 interest for 18 months. Only at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the Know Your Role post-game show. Let's go through this very quickly here. Some of the key plays. In the bottom of the first, Painter hit it inside the park home run out to right field. Douglas also scored on that, and it was a 2-0 lead at that point for South Medford. And then they went through in 1-2-3 after that. In the second inning, they got two more. Or at least one more. Mitchell grounded out to shortstop Thomas, but Malari scored, and it was a 3-0 ball game. A little later in that inning, Painter doubled on a fly ball back out to right field again. Love scored, and it was 4-0 right after 2 innings. And it looked like South Medford was going to walk away with this one, but they didn't, as both the pitchers began to settle down. And it wasn't until the top of the fifth that Sheldon got on the scoreboard when Leon was caught stealing second. But coming in to score was Michaels as he came in from third base while all of that was going on to make it 4-1. And after that, there was no more scoring at all for either ball club. A good game being pitched by Tristan Malari. He had 9 strikeouts as he allowed only 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He had 9 strikeouts, and he walked 4. And, of course, Painter was kind of the big guy at the plate today as Keegan Painter had 3 RBIs. And he was the guy, especially he had a home run and had scored 2. And then he had a 1 RBI double. So that was pretty much it for them. Meanwhile, for Sheldon, they just couldn't get anything going, as Leon had 2 of the 3 hits. But they weren't able to manufacture much of anything. And it wasn't that they were getting back to their pitcher, Collings, that Collings pitched poorly. He struck out 2 and walked 2, but he just ran into some other issues and didn't really help the cause a whole lot for Sheldon. So they're getting ready for game number 2 now. This is a really important win for South Medford as it closes the gap for them regarding them and Sheldon as they fight for fourth place in the conference. And another win here would really put them only a game behind Sheldon. And I think, off the top of my head, Sheldon has the tougher schedule to finish out the season. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank South Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on Table Rock Sports. Our next Table Rock Sports production is going to be, and I always have to tell you at this point because I'm in rehab, I'm just making starts occasionally now. I have to just tell you to go to the Table Rock Sports website, and it will tell you when the next one's going to be because I'm not really sure. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. South Medford 4, Sheldon 1. This has been a presentation at TableRockSports.net. The executive producer is Joe Brett. With David Alvarez, I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Not yet. Hold on. Stopping stream.